Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories as always. I'm your host Chris Jack. Today, an insanely exciting day. A huge gift from Adidas LA Pharrell Williams and his team. Huge shout out to you guys for sending this through all the way here to Cape Town, South Africa. Without further ado, let's check what's in the box. Alright, so our local customs here completely denied me of team early privileges on this particular release, as they have just released locally here in South Africa this past Saturday alongside a clear aqua colorway of the Hu NMD, if you hadn't guessed already what was in the box. But this box is absolutely incredible. It's a complete custom wood box that's been made I guess for a certain few people with delivering these shoes. It's absolutely incredible. The front tag over here has got my name and then on the back of that it's got a little hint of what's inside the box. In this case it's the ULUNTU variant of the Adidas Hu NMD Human Race collection. Now I'm just going to flip the box open over here so you can see how they came. It's basically just a pair without the box, but these are insanely special pairs of this particular release, as they are the look-see samples that they've sent me, which is my first pair of Hu NMD samples that are my actual own. I do have the friends and family version over here, but they are just on loan to me from a friend of mine, and these were samples as well. So this is an incredibly special moment for me, and a huge shout out again to Mimi, Pharrell Williams and the team, everyone at Adidas LA for sending these things over to me to have a look at today. Now you guys might recognize this kind of lacing from all the different commercials that they've done with the release build up for these different Hu NMD colorways that have been releasing. We've seen a couple of different ones here, these sort of cotton candy pinks. We've also had the black version over here. And then some of the earlier ones, or like one of the first ones that came out with this sort of revival of Hu NMD, the dash greens over here as well. Now I've always been a huge fan of Pharrell Hu NMDs. I pretty much have had most of them that have released over the years. They used to like release in like packs of 4 and whatever. Nowadays they're kind of a little bit more sporadic and like really big focus back to sort of tonal colorways, which people wanted so much because the colorways kind of got a little bit crazy, a little bit out there with like the Holy Pack and certain things like the Trail series. Now they've made that return straight to the OG kind of sole, which we'll get into in the review, and I honestly could not be happier that these are back in action. Now before I get into the review itself, I just want to bring out the OG pair that I have here. I was very lucky to actually meet Pharrell with an event with Adidas South Africa here over the Global Citizen concert, which he was down here for, and he was kind enough to sign my pair of OGs over here. It was a really special moment, and now it's kind of gone full circle, getting shoes from him here for Sneaker Stories. So like, I'm just super over the moon with this. But getting into the shoes itself, they do have this little card that comes here. It says Pharrell Williams and Adidas Originals return with a new update to the collaborative Pharrell Williams Hu NMD silhouette, presenting the signature style in a bold shade of orange. The latest iteration continues exploration of linguistic references from around the world, contrasting stitching, graphic reading, human race in Xhosa. And now those of you who aren't from South Africa will know that is incredibly special to us here because that is one of the 11 official languages we have here in South Africa, and a widely used one here in Cape Town especially. Now there was a little bit of beef with the particular shoe with the ULUNTU embroidery on these particular pairs. I mentioned earlier there was also another colorway which had this wording on as well, which was a clear aqua colorway, and one of our local news agencies actually put out a whole like sort of article saying like Adidas has released these shoes inspired by Xhosa with the ULUNTU sort of embroidery on it, but they're not even releasing in South Africa. So people were kind of up in arms, and someone from Adidas South Africa said like, yeah, we're not getting them because I think these released on the 12th of May in like the States and places like that, and we didn't see a release of them. But the good news is they did eventually both release here just last Saturday here for 3,799 Rand. Now I think there might only be one pair left, which is like a UK 7.5 at the time of filming this. So if that is your size, you better go and get it soon because this is an absolute cracker of a pair. Now getting into the shoes itself, and I'm just gonna undo these laces. I really don't want to because it looks so nice, but I guess we're gonna have to really see what's in the shoes. So obviously 2 sets of laces provided with the shoes. I'm not actually sure if the retail pairs come with that, but I'm gonna make the assumption that they do. So you've got a lighter orange set and then a sort of a darker, like kind of burnty orange set to give a little bit more contrast there. And both of these laces have 3M stitched throughout, so just giving that little pop of reflective beauty under certain lighting conditions or flash. Now when it comes to the construction of the Hu NMD, it's a complete sock-like construction. They have continued with the use of prime knit. This one feels a little bit more firmer and thicker than I'm used to on some of the other pairs that I've had, but overall you're still getting that amazing comfort on foot, where the sock-like construction really just hugs your foot, and obviously with a full-length boost midsole just underneath painted in tonal orange, you're going to get really awesome comfort as well. Now flipping to the outsole of the shoe, you obviously have a full tonal orange outsole over here. It's not Continental rubber or anything like that used on the NMD series. However, it's still very durable underfoot. I've never had a pair of these which is like completely worn through down to the boost or anything like that, so you don't have to really worry about anything like that. You just got the Adidas Originals logo here on that sort of midfoot inlay section over there, and then just back into the midsole. The standout feature on the Hu NMDs, of course, these EVA plugs, which are done in a contrasting lighter orange on this particular shoe, which also make up the lacing system, the eyelet, which these laces go to. Now there are a couple of different ways that you can have fun and play with the Hu NMDs in terms of its lacing. What I generally like to do is do a couple of sort of strands over the top of my foot and then tie the shoe at the back here. For me, it just kind of gives it a little bit more sort of aesthetic nature on foot, but it's completely up to you how you want to tie your shoes. I've even seen some people wear these without laces, so you've got a couple of different options that you can do with the Hu NMD itself. Now again, just onto the embroidery on the shoe, this is done incredibly neatly here. The wording used here is ULUNTU, which is the causa meaning for humanity or human race, which obviously all of these Hu NMDs generally pull inspiration from different languages or linguistic attributes from all kinds of parts of the world. Mostly, like we've seen a lot of things from China, Japan, of course, Korea, and all of those different places represented. So it's really awesome that South Africa has finally got one of our languages on the shoe. Now just into the heel section of the shoe over here, you do have a 3M overlay, which is also done in orange with the Adidas Trefoil logo debossed into that. So that's obviously also going to light up under flash or lighting conditions. Again, just adding further sort of dimension to the shoe. And then last but not least, you do have one head of black on the shoe, which is in around the heel collar section, at least from the exterior view of the shoe. However, inside the entire sock liner is also done in a black prime knit, and then it's going to be quite difficult to show you, but I'm sure some of you guys would have seen this on Hu NMDs before if you've watched any other reviews or have a pair yourself. You do have the whole reflexology footprint, which is that very thin overlay, which is just glued directly onto that boost midsole, and because it's so thin, you literally are standing on the boost, so they are incredibly comfortable as well. Now from a sizing suggestion, I would suggest going true to size or a half size up. I do have a half size up here and they fit me absolutely great. We don't often get half sizes here in South Africa, so I generally go true to size because a full size is just a little bit too long in the foot for me. Some people would find the shoe a little bit narrow, so if you do have a wide foot, definitely look for that half size up. But overall speaking, I've had plenty of different variants of the Hu NMD, all in true to size, and they fit me personally. But as always, if you do have the opportunity to try a pair on before buying, then that is always going to be the safest bet. Now, as mentioned, if you do want to get your hands on a pair of these bright orange Hu NMDs, they have released locally here just last Saturday on adidas.co.za. And while actually filming the review, the clear aqua colorway has just arrived here at the store. So I get to show you that one here as well. And these, wow, these are absolutely incredible as well. So pretty much the exact same sort of embroidery on the shoe. And both of these were available now at adidas.co.za here locally, and aftermarket wise, not selling too much over retail. So overall speaking, a pretty accessible shoe if you are keen on getting back into some of the Hu NMD action that's coming out now. But all in all, absolutely incredibly honored to be able to give you guys this review, and a huge shout out again to Adidas LA, Mimi and the crew for hooking these up for me with the special box. Of course, it really means absolutely everything to me. So a huge shout out for that. So that's pretty much it for this review of the Hu NMD Bright Oranges, and I guess a quick look at the clear aqua colorway as well, now that it's just arrived while filming this. But if you guys do have any further questions or want to know anything else about these shoes or anything else that I've reviewed here, please feel free to drop your comments just below there. And if you found this interesting or helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe right here for more content, reviews and unboxings down the line. But that is all from me for today, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.